Hey guys, and welcome back to Ladylike. I feel like I should be more excited because we took, 3 weeks off? But
we
weren't
like it's
off.
Been forever.
I know. We weren't off. We were still working, but we took a few weeks off. We had Memorial Day, and then we just took a few more weeks off to kind of, rest a little bit, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Get the schedule set.
Yeah. Although if you didn't catch us on Memorial Day, you need to go back and check it out. We did our on location with Sam Walker. We went to Northridge Country Club and had her show us a few things, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
She's a really good teacher.
Yeah, I've actually gone back for one private lesson, and then I go again this Wednesday. So hopefully I'll be a pro before long.
I know. Well, then, and she has her ladies' night out there is she still going to do that at the end of this month?
It's June 30th.
Okay, yes. So if you haven't checked it out, Sam Walker, she's the golf pro at Northridge, and she does her once a month, last Wednesday of the month, her ladies' night. And she feeds you wine and, just kind of shows you, it's just fun. I mean, she shows you how to hit the ball. I don't know. I learned that.
Yeah, and you get to practice a whole bunch on the driving range, so that was fun.
Yeah. All right. So how was your time off then? Did you do anything important
It was
or
great.
special?
No, I didn't do anything super exciting. Mm-hmm. Now, you did, though.
I went on vacation, but when you have 3 kids, is it really a vacation? It's, 4 kids if you count my husband, because he's just as bad as they are.
And where did y'all go?
So we went to Seaside.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Awesome. Did you get in the beach?
No, we've discussed this. She thinks this is hilarious. So I don't get in the water. I don't get in lake water. I don't get in ocean water. I have a legitimate fear of large bodies of water. Like, I can't even be in a swimming pool by myself because I feel like something's going to get me. And it's a thing. It's a real thing. They Googled it earlier. It's called thalassophobia or something like that.
She said she's even nervous in the bathtub.
Yeah. We've got the jets. What if a snake comes out of the jets and gets you? That's a thing. Google it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that one up. I didn't learn that in nursing school.
So, go back and go ask the doctor that you work for. Be like, hey, is that a real thing? He'll tell you.
I'll check into that tomorrow. So we have an exciting lineup tonight. We've got Lauren Calloway, and then Gracie Crane, and then we've got Madeline Gracie Britton.
Yeah. So technically we have 2 Gracies on the show tonight. So yeah, I like it though. They're all some just really awesome ladies, and we're excited to have them on the show tonight. So.
And y'all don't forget, if you have a recommendation of a local female athlete or a female businesswoman, send us, their name and contact information.
Yeah. That way we can keep it a little spicy, change it up a little bit. So we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to have Lauren Calloway on our show. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey guys, we are back, and we have Lauren Calloway with us. I'm really excited to have you on the show. I've never actually gotten the opportunity to meet and speak with you before. Of course, I see you everywhere. So I'm really excited to have you on the show.
Yes. Well, I've seen and heard of you, but I've never met you either, so I'm excited to have done that tonight.
Okay, so tell us about yourself and what it is that you do here in Texarkana.
So I am a real estate agent with Remax Preferred, and I also have an interior design business called PH Properties and Design. Mm-hmm. So I do real estate and homes, and it keeps me really busy.
And she's really good at it.
I do follow you on Instagram, and I love it. Of course, I know real estate is your passion, but design, but I'm really intrigued by your design work.
Thank you.
I've seen some of the homes that you designed, and can you tell us about some of the projects that you may have just completed with that?
Yeah, so I don't do just residential with design. I do commercial as well, and so I do all the design for Greg and Thomas Moore for their dealerships.
Oh,
And that's
okay.
been really fun. I actually really love commercial design because it's so different than what I do in real estate
Yeah.
with homes constantly. So it kind of, I don't know. It's a nice break away from that. So I do love to do that. We're working on several dealerships right now, and new construction I have done. We built some houses ourselves, so I get to design those, and then we do some flip houses ourselves, so I get to design those, and I love those because it's total freedom. I
Oh, yeah.
design however I want to design, but also with a budget in mind and like keeping things, neutral because then we will sell those homes. One of my last projects I did, which was a really, really fun project, was I had a couple here in Texarkana who were looking to either build or buy and remodel. And after the prices of building are so high right now, and so they realized they could buy a home and remodel it and cheaper than they could build it. And they had looked at a home previously, and then the wife brought me in and said, well, the husband loves this house. I don't really care for it, but what would you do to this house? And so I went through each room and kind of told her what I would do, and she was like, oh my gosh, now I'm sold. So they bought that house, we remodeled it, and now it's a home that they both love, and we're able to do it cheaper than building.
That's great. Is that normally the case, that it's cheaper to build or to remodel than build, or is it just kind of in the time that we're in right now with the price of
I think it
everything?
mostly depends on the market, and yes, right now with building materials as high as they are, it is so expensive to build right now.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The cost of lumber is just crazy high. So, I mean, just putting in a fence in a normal size
Oh, yeah.
backyard is like triple what
Oh,
it
I
costs.
believe it. Oh,
Yeah.
I've been trying to redo my deck for months now. We're
It's
like, okay, we're
so
just waiting. We're
expensive.
waiting. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking, geez, okay, so.
It is so
It's
expensive.
interesting. Well, I mean, there's so many houses that, I mean, especially older homes, I think have such good bones. And so, if people are really trying to get out there and just remodel versus building new, I think that's great.
Yeah, and I really love the idea of just like taking what's so wonderful with Texarkana and making it beautiful again, and really taking like the historic district. I can't wait until that flourishes more and people
yeah.
start getting into those kind of homes more. And I have zero problem building new construction. I think that's great too. It's development for our city, but I do love the idea of just making those things that have been here for so long beautiful again.
Yeah. I wonder if HGTV and channels like that have made more people interested in remodeling, because you see so many houses
Yeah.
that they take from something you wouldn't want at all to just this beautiful home.
Yeah, I'm sure. There's
Yeah.
so many of those shows out, and so many people love them, so
Yeah,
I'm sure that does
I like them too.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there anything that you do outside of the real estate and the design business? Is there, I mean, whether it be volunteer or anything you do within our community?
Yeah, I mean, I have been involved in several different things throughout even just with different career paths that I've taken over the years. And I was a CASA advocate for a while, which I don't do anymore at this moment because my work schedule doesn't really allow it at the moment, but
Yeah.
it is an amazing organization to be a part of, and I did really, really feel like it is one that needs volunteers. And
Yeah.
and then I'm on the Historic Landmark Committee here in Texarkana, so that's about all I have time for
Yeah.
outside of being a mom and
Yeah.
my job. So
I mean, that's a full-time job
it's
itself.
yeah, it's a lot. It's very little sleep.
Now, do you still do any fashion related stuff or no?
I really don't. I mean, I still get the occasional client who's like, what do you think about this? And I, will give them advice, but I really just don't have time.
Yeah.
I just don't.
So now what did you used to do then with the fashion side? Did you just help do styling?
So I was a stylist with several different businesses
Okay.
that are no longer around anymore, and that's ultimately why I got out of it. But I mean, I did everything work with the design teams in New York to create the collections for the seasons, and
Oh,
then
wow.
I dressed a lot of women here in this town and in Little Rock, and it was one of the most fun jobs ever. In fact, Cylas came and was a stylist with me for a little while during some of that stuff. I had a boutique here in Texarkana with my mom and my sister for a few years, and then I ended up moving to Little Rock for a minute, so we didn't have that anymore. But it was I've been in sales my entire career since I graduated college, and I started out in military surplus sales, which is so funny.
That is so night and day from what you did.
Yeah, I did it for about 11 years.
Oh, wow.
And then transitioned into fashion, and then from fashion into design and real estate. And really, the creative aspects of fashion and design and real estate are all essentially the same.
Yeah. And you're so creative. I mean, just the way you dress too. I mean, you've got such a great style. I can see, and then seeing the homes and the properties that you design. I mean, I'm always very impressed. I love, like I said, you need to, if you don't already, you need to follow her on Instagram because it's a lot of fun to keep up with everything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If someone was interested in buying a home or selling a home, how would they get in touch with you?
They can call me. I always give out my cell phone, which is 903-280-8360, or you can email me. You can go to my website at lcsellstxk.com, and you'll find all of my contact information there.
Perfect. Well, we really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I had one thing that I wanted to say because when you had asked me if there's anything specific I wanted to talk about, which I really didn't, but as a business owner and somebody who has, really worked very hard to get where I'm at today, I wanted to and there's some younger girls over here that are coming up next that, I just love seeing all these women doing so good in our community. And one thing I really felt inspired that I felt like I needed to say while I was here was, doesn't matter how successful you are or where you're at in your career path, whether you're just starting out or if you're making it big, there's always going to be someone or something that's trying to hold you down, always. And there's a verse in the Bible that I was actually reading the other day, and I was like, gosh, this is perfect to go along with this. And I'm paraphrasing quite a bit, but it talks about how if you're speaking and it's not out of love, then it's just noise. And so I just kind of want to reiterate that to anyone who's working really hard and faces struggles or is trying to get over that hump to get to the next level, that if there's all these things going around you trying to hold you down, it is just noise, and it really means nothing. So
I love that.
yeah, you just have to.
I feel like that's good to reiterate to my kids too.
Exactly. I mean, in all aspects of life, no matter what. But I've had that was something that popped into my head and was like, you need to talk about that when you're on the show.
Yeah.
It's so easy to stop when you meet challenges.
Yeah, and I can understand, as being a human being, you need to take a moment and maybe feel those things and let yourself have a moment, but then get right back up, because it's just noise, and it's just there to try to hinder you.
Yes,
and that's all it is.
Yeah, I love that.
I do too.
Yeah, well, good words to live by. So, yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
We'll
you
have to
for
follow
having
up
me.
again, and I don't know, maybe we'll have to do it on location with you one day or something
yeah,
at
that
one
would
of
be
your
awesome.
sites. Yeah, that'd be great. So
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks, guys.
When we come back, we'll have one of the Gracies.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
We are back, and we're with Madeline, that goes by Gracie, Britton. So you are involved in pageants and a couple of other things. I was going to let you kind of tell us a little bit about what all you do.
Yeah, so I've been doing pageants for 14 years. I'm 16, so I started at the young age of 2.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I've been doing that for a little bit. I'm on varsity golf. I won district this year for Pleasant Grove, so that was a lot of fun.
Wow.
I've only been playing golf for 2 years, which that was kind of like a big goal of mine, which was super fun. I go to Pleasant Grove High School, and I'll be a junior, so I'm super excited to see what the school year will hold.
So your current title is Miss Twin Rivers Outstanding Teen, right?
Miss Texarkana Twin Rivers Outstanding Teen,
okay,
yes.
great, yes. So now this has been kind of an odd year because normally you were actually crowned in 2019, correct?
Yes, I
And
was.
So, but because of COVID, you've held your title for 2 years now. Can you
Yes.
kind of explain how the 2 years have been?
So the 2 years have been really crazy, and just a lot of things have happened that, we didn't really expect. No one expected COVID to hit. So we had the option to keep our title or to give up our title. I wanted to keep my title. I love representing Texarkana. The past 2 years have been absolutely amazing. It has been so fun. I've met so many people, including you, which was super fun. And I've made a lot of memories, which is, to me, that's more than bringing home the crown.
Absolutely. Now, you have a really interesting platform. I'd love for you to tell us a little bit about that and how you chose it and all that.
So my platform is actually radiating kindness, shining a light on bullying and suicide prevention. I chose this platform because at the young age of, I was maybe 4 or 5, I lost a pageant sister to suicide. And when the pageant, Texarkana Twin Rivers, was rolling around, I knew that I wanted my platform to be something I was passionate about, and making a difference in people's lives is something I'm very passionate about because I've lost someone to suicide and I know how that feels, and I just want to be able to help people.
Yeah. So I love
And
that.
bullying is so common. I have a daughter who's 11, and she's kind of getting at that age where I feel like we're seeing that. And it makes me sad because, we live in a world today where women are constantly, we are trying to uplift other women, but
Right.
you do still have, especially the younger girls who may not have the best role model. They don't know that, and they will, it's hard. It's hard seeing that. Have you had is there a specific way that you really feel like you've made a difference in our area with your platform, or anything that just really sticks out to you these past 2 years?
As someone who's been bullied, I was bullied since 2nd grade up until my sophomore year, which is last year. So
wow. Okay.
I've experienced it. I know what it's like. With my platform, I feel like I've been able to reach out to a lot of younger girls because girls are getting bullied younger and younger.
Yeah.
And we've seen that a lot. So being able to make a difference with the younger girls means that in their future they will be able to make a difference and stand up for someone who cannot stand up for themselves.
Because of you, they may, kind of keep passing
Right.
along your mission, which is great.
And maybe with more education, we'll get away from that more mean
Right.
girl
that-
type mentality that you see a
Yeah.
lot when you're, in junior high or high school.
And even like elementary school, like it's like the bullying starts younger and younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of a good, we just had Lauren who had a really great message. If you're not speaking out of love, then it's just noise. And I feel like, like you say, it starts with educating these girls and then making them feel like, this isn't, if you're being bullied, that's not the end.
Right.
Things are always going to look up, and, things always get better. And,
I agree 100%.
yeah.
Right.
Now, you just got back from Miss Arkansas. You were there all last week, right?
Yes,
you had
I was.
I was thinking, you probably worked, when you walked in, I was like, okay, you're probably tired, aren't you? From
Extremely,
that.
extremely.
Can you tell us about that experience?
So I was at Miss Arkansas's Outstanding Teen. It was my first year. I was in Alpha competing, which was super fun. I met a lot of new people, made a lot of new friends and memories. It was very tiring. I had to wake up every day at like 6 o'clock. I
That's
don't.
early.
I don't wake up
It
that
is.
early. I like my beauty sleep.
Yeah.
But it was, in the end, it was all worth it. I did not bring home a crown, but I did bring home memories and friendships that will last a lifetime. So.
That's great. Now, when is the, they didn't get to have a pageant last year, a local pageant for Miss Texarkana Twin Rivers. Is there going to be a pageant this year?
Yes, there is going to be a pageant this year. We do not know the exact date yet, but we have new directors. Donna and Mike Berry were our directors in the past, and they're retiring, sadly. They're like family to me.
They are the sweetest people.
They are.
My daughter was the Lone Star Princess a few years ago for Jasmine Bruce, and but we've gotten to know Mike and Donna a lot because our community events at Foam Pros, they would always bring the girls out, and they are the sweetest people. And I actually saw her before it became public, and she kind of told me, and she was like, "Don't tell anybody that." And I was like, "No, like I don't even deal with her very often, but like you guys do." But I was heartbroken. So, but with a new director, I mean.
Yeah, I've met the new
always good to have
directors. They're awesome.
Yeah.
I love them, and I think they will really take care of Texarkana Twin Rivers, which is something, that's what we all want, all the girls.
Yes, yeah.
Someone to take care of it and love doing what they do, just like Mike and Donna did.
Because the Miss, you just go back from Miss Arkansas. It's kind of the unique thing about our town is you've got girls going to Miss Arkansas, and right now we have girls that are at Miss Texas.
In our organization, in our group, there's actually 4 girls that go to Texas and 2 that go to Arkansas.
Okay.
So Mike and Donna are in Texas right now with the 4 girls, but they didn't really get a break. They had to go straight from Little Rock to Dallas.
Yes,
so
yeah, it's a lot of work.
it is.
Yeah, I could see that.
So now when you're not, doing pageants or playing golf, Cylas tells me you're a big yoga buff.
Okay, I am. So back in December, I started going to yoga. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. I don't like hot. I don't deal with hot.
You do know you live in East Texas, right?
Yes. So moving from Arkansas was a little bit of a struggle because I was like, I don't deal with hot weather.
Yeah.
But I started yoga. I go as much as I can, but with pageant prep, I had to slow down a little bit. But Jessica was very welcome, and it was like family. So.
And it's Texarkana Yoga you go to, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. They have great classes. I always love to go when I have time. I kind of fell off when COVID started, so I've got to get back in there.
Yeah. Now, so you go to Pleasant Grove, and you're going to be a junior this year, correct?
Yes.
So are you already thinking college and have any college plans?
I've been looking at a lot of different colleges. Arkansas was my big college for a while. I really wanted to go to Fayetteville. But now I've been looking at the University of Alabama. So I think I might be going to Alabama.
Okay. It's a little bit further, but
Just a little
yeah,
bit.
that'll be a good experience, though.
Definitely. Well, you need to come out to the next ladies' night with us and show us
most
your golf
definitely.
skills.
Don't say that. She's going to make us look bad.
She might teach us
We'll
something.
see.
I know, right? We'll just let you and Sam get together, and y'all can show us how it's done. Well, good. Well, is there anything else that you want to talk about or mention before we let you go, or?
I don't think so. I think we covered everything.
Yeah. Well, it's been so, we love having you on the show, and we'll have to share. Now, your platform, do you have, if there is a girl watching and she thinks, okay, I would love to speak with you, how could they get in contact with you?
Okay, so my Facebook is my name, Madeline Grace Britton, and then I have Instagram as well, and then I have my pageant/platform Instagram, and it is Madeline Grace Smith is my Instagram, my personal Instagram, and then my pageant Instagram is Miss Texarkana Twin Rivers Outstanding Teen 2019.
So if there's any girl that may be struggling right now with bullying or anything like that, or they're able to reach out to you,
Yes,
right?
100%.
That's great. I love, you're so sweet. I feel like my 11-year-old just needs to come and hang out with you for
I'd
a
love
day.
to. That'd be so much
You can
fun.
show her some golf moves.
Yeah, maybe we can have her come back for golf. What is y'all season?
Well, golf season was crazy last year because we didn't have a lot of
COVID.
tournaments, stuff like that. And I only played in one tournament, and it was a district tournament.
Oh my goodness.
So I just got really lucky, but not mad about it. I'm not really sure. I haven't seen the schedule, but
We'll
have to let
stay
you
in
know.
touch. Yeah, you'll have to let us know. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on
Thank
the
you so
show.
much for having me.
All righty. When we come back, we'll have Gracie. She'll be on the show. The other one.
right now at all or auto collection locations in Texarkana. Shop from your phone, online, or in person, and make no payments up to 120 days with record low interest rates, drastic price reductions, and huge incentives on our vast and pristine selection. Plus, for sales or service, we will even pick up and deliver your vehicle to you. For all the money-saving details, please visit gregorauto.com. That's gregorauto.com.
Hey guys, we are back, and we have the other Gracie Crane, and she goes to DeKalb High School. So thank you for coming on the show today. Thank you for coming all the way from DeKalb. Right?
Yeah,
it's
thank you
far,
for having
isn't
me.
it? So tell us about yourself and what it is. Of course, I know we featured you on Gameday because you just went to state for shot put. Right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So tell us about that and in your sport.
Well, do you want me to tell you about all the sports I'm in?
Because you also went to
yes.
state in powerlifting, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Oh,
Tell us
gosh.
about all of it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I want to hear it
well,
all.
I'm on varsity volleyball and I'm a cheerleader, but I went to state in powerlifting in March, and then I just went to state for shot put in May. And that
That's
was in
impressive.
Austin. It was really fun.
That is so
really
impressive.
fun.
And you cheer, and I mean, are those so volleyball, shot put, powerlifting, and cheerleading? Is there anything
Yes.
else you do as well?
No, I think that's about it.
No, she's fibbing. She also can make amazing charcuterie boards.
Is that
Yeah,
how you say
On
it?
occasions.
I think.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie. I was calling it charcuterie. Okay, so now you're charcuterie. Is this like a side business that you have? Wait a minute. Do you have an Instagram that showcases all of this? Okay, no.
No.
Okay.
I think I've
was
only
like,
made
I've seen
two.
it.
Well, she's really good at it.
You're the
Okay.
only one that's seen them.
Oh, okay. We'll have to. I'll have to hire you to make one then.
Yeah, if you need somebody, she's very talented at it.
I would love to.
love
It's
it.
fun.
So tell us about the experience and of going to state. I mean, because you, like you said, you went to in March and then you went back for another sport in May. I mean, it must have been a pretty crazy last few months.
I know both of powerlifting and track both overlap each other because by the time I was going to state in powerlifting, I was already like starting track meets for shot put. So I don't know. I was just practice after practice. It was really
Yeah.
hard, but state for powerlifting was really fun. That was where did I went to I'm blacking out. I don't know where I
I
went.
don't know where the powerlifting one was.
Okay, anyways, but then I went to Austin for track, and that was really fun. That was a really cool experience.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would be neat.
There's a lot of
Now,
athletes.
does cheer overlap any of that too? Like if you're cheering for basketball, would that overlap with track also, or is it
Cheer
does that-
rarely like interferes with anything. Usually it
You're
doesn't.
able to kind of have that in the fall, I guess,
Yeah.
and enjoy that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool though. I mean, you are literally busy all year long.
I know. I never have any downtime. I talk about that all the time.
How do you balance your academics with all your sports?
Okay, that was really hard this year because it was my junior year and I had all these college classes
Yeah,
and
junior
high
year's
school
tough.
classes. Yes, but I just had to learn how to prioritize myself and like I don't know, just get all my schoolwork done at school so then I could go to my long practices and then not have to worry about anything after that. I got
See-
through it. I managed.
You normally practice after school then?
Well, I have practices in the morning and after school.
Wow.
I know.
That's a lot.
It
What
is.
type of training do you do for your powerlifting and your shot put?
A lot of lifting. That's
Okay.
I lift like twice a day during those seasons mostly.
So you probably really have to focus on your nutrition too.
Yes, especially for powerlifting. This year I was fortunate enough not to have to like cut weight to be in a weight class, but in the past I've had to do that and that was pretty intense.
I
But
can imagine.
I know this year was pretty easy going.
So tell us about now with the weightlifting. What was the amount of weight that you were able to do, or powerlifting?
Yeah.
What was that when you went to state?
At state I ended up. You want me to like say what I maxed out at?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to know. Yeah.
I maxed out on 350 on squat. I got 160 on bench, and I got 350 on deadlift.
That's a lot.
I'm sitting here comparing it to like people. Like, okay, so you could possibly like, like my dog
mom
weighs
says I could
110, so
probably
you
pick up a little Fiat car. She always tells me that.
You
Like,
probably could
"Thanks,
if
Mom."
you're lifting that much.
No, that's impressive. That's
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then what's your shot put personal record?
The farthest I've ever thrown, like in a practice or anything, was 38.7, something like that.
That's awesome. I can't imagine. How heavy is a shot put?
It's 8 pounds.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's a lot to just
I
hurl.
know.
It kind of is. It is.
So you're thinking like, 8 pounds, but then like, okay, no, that's gonna
When
go
you
far.
get, yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of heavy.
That is impressive. Now, cheer. Do you cheer just for your school, or do you anything like outside of, or other than just school sports? Do you do anything outside of school?
Well, I just cheer for football and basketball in school, and I don't really do anything
Yeah, well,
outside
you're
of
so
school
busy.
sports. Yeah, I really don't have any time.
So do you still train during the summer, or is summer pretty free for you?
Well, I do go to summer workouts, so
Okay.
I go to those in the morning time all throughout the summer, and we're lifting and running and stuff. So
Yeah.
I just work out all year round, I guess.
Yeah. You probably have to be that good at everything you do.
I feel like I need that work ethic.
It's hard.
It's
but
impressive,
fun.
though.
I love it.
Now, so you're a junior, but you're about to be a senior,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So, do you have any plans for college already, or anything that anywhere you're actually looking at?
Well, I'm really hoping that I might get an athletic scholarship for one of the 2 sports I've gone to state in. That'll kind of depend on where I want to go, but we'll see.
Do you have like a wish list of certain schools that you're like, okay, I know I want to go here. They have a good program, or just
I really want to kind of stay close, like in this Arkansas, Texas area, but I don't know. It really doesn't matter to me. I'm
You'll
just
go
trying to
anywhere,
go
huh?
somewhere, yeah.
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 That's exciting. And you already have some schools trying to talk to you?
One. There's
Okay.
one.
That's exciting. I mean, you're not even a senior yet. You got plenty
Yeah.
of time.
You'll have to send us some video, and maybe we can. I'll tell Morgan, be like, hey, let's
Yeah.
put this out on game day.
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime you have video like that too, send to us. I mean, because we would love to be able to. That's the great thing about our platform with Game Day and Ladylike is that, anybody, especially someone impressive and that's making all of these, just great accomplishments, we want to be able to share that.
Yeah.
So you'll have to send us those videos.
will.
Let us see them. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, outside of school, though, I mean, is there, well, like she said, you pretty much don't have time for anything else, though, I guess, huh?
Yeah. I mean, besides just having a social life, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I don't really do much else.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, that's what you do when you're adult, too. So, you
Yeah,
know.
right. I think I was in bed by 7:30 last night. That's adulting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You're tired.
I know, right?
Hard work makes you tired.
Yeah. Well, you were very impressive, and we're so happy that you were able to come on the show. I want to
Thank
see more
you.
videos. You're definitely going to have to
I will.
send us those before
For
you
sure.
leave, and we'll have to share those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, do you have any other plans, though, for this upcoming school year, the summer, or?
Well, I think my only plans were just to go back to state.
That's the goal for
That's the goal.
senior year.
Yes. Go back and just do better.
I think that's a great goal.
Thank you.
I'm sure you can do it.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Well, good. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show
Thank
today.
y'all for having me.
Yeah, it's been great to have you. And I really don't know, do you have anything else you want to add before we say goodbye to everybody?
I don't. Just make sure everybody sends us in some recommendations. I think more what we need is female athletes, don't you think?
All of it, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. We and of course we have our new. Of course, if you're kind of wondering, well, they're on early tonight. We did switch it to 5:30, and I think that's going to be the goal from now on out. So instead of 6:30, you can catch us at 5:30, same day, and give us a couple of days, and we'll get the line out for next week.
Yeah.
We've already got a few scheduled, so it'll be a good show. It'll be a busy show. We've got one group coming on where there's going to be a lot of girls, so it'll be exciting. So
It'll be fun.